If you're a construction or trades business and you're spending 15, maybe 20 hours a week on admin, invoicing, chasing payments, CIS returns, and reconciling your bank account, then you don't have a time management problem, you have a systems problem. I'm Ahmed Abdul Qayyum, a chartered accountant and finance director for construction and trades firms and founder of Blue Water Accountants. Now, over the years, I've worked with dozens of construction businesses turning over anywhere from $500,000 to $15 million a year. And the ones that scale without chaos, they all usually have the same 5 finance systems in place. And the ones drowning in admin, they're missing at least 3 of them. So in this video, I'm going to break down what those 5 systems are, what they do, and why construction specifically needs them. Because if you just have a generic accounting software and perhaps a part-time bookkeeper, that's not going to cut it when you're juggling with CIS, retentions, project-based cash flow, and trying to grow at the same time. So let me show you what a proper construction finance system actually looks like. Alright, so let's talk about why construction businesses end up drowning in admin in the first place. Most construction business owners start the journey in the same way. You're a great tradesman, you're good at what you do, and then you think, I can do this on my own. So you start your business, leverage your relationships and contacts to win work. Projects start coming in, you then start building a team of subbies and employees, and as you grow, you get a bookkeeper to keep the finance side of things tidy. You use whatever accounting software your mate recommended or your accountant set up for you, and for a while, it works quite well. But then you hit $500,000, $1 million, $2 million in turnover, and everything starts breaking. Why? Because construction is fundamentally different from other businesses. You've got multiple projects running at once, all at different stages. Materials, labor, subcontractors are all on different payment cycles. Clients deduct retentions from your invoices, tying up your cash for months. You've got CIS to deal with, VAT domestic reverse charge, applications for payment that don't line up neatly with your costs. And here's the problem: generic accounting systems that don't account for any of that. Systems that are built for businesses where you sell something, get paid, and move on. Not for businesses where revenue and costs hit at completely different times and cash is constantly moving between suppliers, subby, and clients. So what happens? You end up spending hours every week trying to make sense of your numbers, chasing information, finding missing paperwork, wondering if you can afford that next project, checking your bank balance multiple times a day to see where you stand. And as you grow, it only gets worse. Many projects mean more moving parts, more admin, and even less visibility. That's the systems gap, and it's costing you time, money, and probably your sanity. So what's the solution? 5 construction-specific finance systems that work together to give you control. Alright, so let me break down the first 3 systems that you need. System number 1, foundations of your finance system, Xero and Dext setup. There are many accounting softwares in the marketplace, and each accountant or bookkeeper will have their preference. Based on our experience of using various softwares out there, our preference is Xero and Dext. Most accountants set up Xero generically. They use a standard chart of accounts like you're running a retail shop or a consultancy, and you end up forcing your construction business into a system that doesn't fit. What you actually need is Xero configured specifically for construction and trades. A chart of accounts that's designed for project-based businesses, job costing capability built in from day one, and Dext integrated so receipts and invoices can be captured without the stress of losing paperwork and then flow into Xero. Snap a photo and it's in your system. Why does that matter? Because clean books from day one mean you can actually see what's happening on each job. You're not lumping all your costs together and guessing where the money went. You can track income and expenses for each project. So when you build the other 4 systems later, you know exactly which projects are making money and which ones aren't. And when you're ready to scale, you've got a foundation that supports growth instead of holding you back. The second system is the payment run management system. Most construction business owners log into their bank accounts 5-10 times a week, manually processing every supplier, every subby payment, payroll, and it takes anywhere between 3 to 5 hours per week. And there's constant risk of errors, missed payments, and cash flow chaos with that. A proper payment management system looks like this. Someone prepares all your payments securely, you review and approve them in 15 minutes, they handle the execution and reconciliation, and that's it. You're not logging into your bank account multiple times a week. You're not spending hours on payments. You've got 3 to 5 hours back every single week. That's over 200 hours per year to focus on winning work and managing projects, not processing bank transfers. And your cash flow is controlled, not chaotic. System 3 is a CIS and VAT compliance system. This is a big one. CIS errors can trigger HMRC investigations and penalties. Getting VAT domestic reverse charge wrong can cost you thousands in extra VAT liabilities and penalties to HMRC. And here's a real killer. One compliance issue can cost you your gross payment status for CIS. That means 20% CIS deductions on every payment you receive from your clients rather than gross payments. Your cash flow gets strangled overnight. What you need is someone who verifies and authorizes all subcontractors with HMRC, tracks CIS deductions accurately for payments, files monthly CIS returns on time every time, maintains proper records for HMRC audits, and handles the VAT domestic reverse charge correctly, because most generic accountants get this wrong. And the results? Zero HMRC penalties, zero missed deadlines, zero compliance problems, just peace of mind. Look, these first 3 systems alone, proper Xero setup, payment management, CIS compliance, will save you at least 10 to 15 hours per week, and it will eliminate most of the stress around HMRC. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, I don't have these systems, or I have them, but they're not working properly, then you're not alone. I've put together a construction finance health check that takes about 3 minutes to complete. It will show you exactly where the gaps are in your finance system and what to fix first. I've put the link in the description below if you want to get this, but let me show you the last 2 systems, because this is where you move from just staying compliant to actually having control. Alright, so let's talk about the last 2 systems, because this is where things get interesting. The 4th system is real-time bookkeeping and visibility. Most accountants update your books once a quarter for the VAT return, or worse, once a year when they prepare your accounts. So you only know where you stand when they send you your end of year accounts, which is usually many months out of date, because let's face it, they are not prepared to help you run your business. Year-end accounts are prepared for HMRC and Companies House. So throughout the year, you end up making big decisions based on gut feel and the bank balance, not on real financial data. And financial surprises hit when it's too late to do anything about them. Real-time bookkeeping looks like this. Your books are updated daily or weekly as transactions come in. You always know your current profit and loss position. You always know which projects are making profit and which ones are about to make a loss. And you always know your cash position. No guessing, no surprises. And here's why this matters in construction. Projects can be profitable on paper, but can kill your cash flow. You need to know, can I afford this next project? Should I hire? Can I take out that equipment loan? And by having real-time visibility, you're making decisions based on data and not guesswork. You can see problems coming before they hit. You're not checking your bank balance multiple times a day and hoping that money will just magically appear. You actually know where you stand, and that changes everything. The 5th system is monthly reporting and board meetings. Now, most accountants deliver year-end accounts 6 months after the year ends. Here's what happened last year, when it's too late to change anything. That's great for HMRC, but useless if you're trying to run your business. No ongoing strategy, no planning, just historical data. What you actually need is monthly management accounts that aren't just numbers. They're clear breakdowns of your profit and loss with insightful analysis and commentary. Monthly or quarterly board meetings to discuss what the numbers mean and what action you can take from them. Tax planning throughout the year, not after the year has closed when it's too late to do anything. Forecasting of what's coming so you're aware, and how to build reserves so there are no nasty surprises. And most importantly, a trusted partner who acts as a sounding board for all your financial decisions. Should I take on this project? Can I afford to hire? Is now the right time to invest in new kit? This is where a virtual finance department differs from traditional accounting. You're not just getting compliance, you're getting strategic support that helps you grow. Now here's the key. These systems aren't standalone. They work together. Proper Xero setup gives you clean data. Monthly management account frees up your time. CIS and VAT compliance keeps HMRC off your back. Real-time bookkeeping gives you visibility. Monthly reporting and advisory turn that visibility into meaningful action. When you have all 5 in place, your finance function runs without you constantly having to firefight. You can focus on what you're good at, which is winning projects and delivering them, not drowning in admin. We built all 5 of these systems for Athena Commercial Interiors from day one. That's how they scaled to 4.7 million in year 1 without chaos. The system supported their growth instead of holding them back. And whether you're starting from scratch or you're an established business and need to rebuild, these are the systems that you need. So what happens when you have all 5 systems in place? Well, first, your admin time gets cut in half. 15 to 20 hours per week become 3 to 5 hours. That's 10 to 15 hours back every single week to focus on growing your business. Secondly, you have the financial clarity you need. You always know which jobs are making money, you always know your cash position, and you're not guessing or hoping, you know. Thirdly, cash flow becomes proactive, not reactive. You can see what's coming in, what's going out, and you can plan accordingly. No more panic when the VAT bill lands. And fourthly, you can confidently take on bigger projects because you've got the visibility and the systems to support growth. You're not terrified that more growth will mean more chaos. And finally, you get peace of mind. Full HMRC compliance, no penalties, no missed deadlines, no stress about whether you've done something wrong, and no sleepless nights. That's what proper construction-specific finance systems give you: control, clarity, confidence, and peace of mind. So those are the 5 finance systems every construction business needs: financial foundations, payment management, CIS and VAT compliance, real-time bookkeeping, and monthly reporting and board meetings. If you're missing even one of these, you're probably spending way more time on admin than you need to, and you're definitely not getting the visibility you need to be able to scale confidently. If you'd like to understand how your finance system stacks up against these 5 systems and would like a roadmap of what action to take to start implementing these in your business, then take our construction finance health check. It's free and takes about 3 minutes to complete. You'll get an instant report scoring your finance function across all 5 systems and showing you exactly what needs fixing first. The link's in the description below, and if you complete it and you're doing over 500 grand a year in turnover, I'll personally review your results with you on a free 30-minute call, and we'll look at your specific setup, and I'll tell you exactly what needs fixing first, because your business should be funding your life and not consuming it with endless admin. Get the systems right, get your time back, and start scaling without the chaos. And if this was helpful, then don't forget to check out my other videos on construction finance on my channel and hit subscribe. I have a new video coming every week, so you'll be the first to know about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.